family, real quick. Good day, good day. My name is AD Roberts. And yes, I am your success coach. And I want to welcome in our YouTube family because every day when we come on here, we have two goals, two simple goals. The first goal is to create a sense of connectedness and community where we love on each other, we support each other. And so the other thing, the second goal that we have is that we every day we have a discussion that is designed to be empowering and impactful at some meaningful level. And so it's designed so that you can become the absolute best version of yourself. So welcome in. So today is not unlike any other day where we go ahead and we knock some amazing stuff out. So welcome in. Let's get going. If y'all are ready, if y'all are ready to kick the day off, put ready in the chat. If you are ready, I see you, Janae. Welcome in, welcome in. So glad to have you over here, moderating over here today. Willis, I see you. Thank you so much. Glad to have you in here moderating. You guys are amazing. Again, if you are ready for today, put ready in the chat. Let's go. Let me go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Thank you so very much. We have been in this really great place of empowerment as it pertains to us maintaining our vibrational frequency. And that vibrational frequency allows us to tap in at a much deeper level as we help to co-create our own experience. All right. So today is still in that same vein. Thank you so much, Mimi, for those finger hearts. I truly appreciate it. Today is no different. Today is going to be really powerful. And so I hope that you are ready to make this thing happen. Let me go ahead and bring my notes up because y'all know I have to have my notes because see, I mess around and get excited fooling around with y'all and I get thrown off. So let's go ahead and put these up here. Today's conversation is entitled The Inner Witness. The Inner Witness. Hey, Sunshine, good to see you in here. Good day to you. Where you from, Sunshine? Where are you? Where are you from over here in our YouTube family? Hey, Leslie, I see you. Welcome on in. Come on in. Come on in. Make sure you grab those daily heart me's as you come in. The Inner Witness. How observing yourself quietly. This is really key. How observing yourself quietly changes your reality faster than forcing change. I'm going to say that again. The Inner Witness. How observing yourself quietly changes your reality faster than forcing change. And so this is about the exhaustion of force versus the power of observing. It's a big difference. Ooh, Leslie, that's another snow day in Connecticut. God bless you. God bless you. Y'all can have that snow. I promise you, y'all can have that snow because y'all have had snow days all week long in Connecticut. And so this is the third day for that. This is the third day for that snowed in thing. So here we go. So many people are exhausted because they are trying to force themselves into becoming better instead of observing themselves becoming free. I'm going to say that again. So many people are exhausted because they are trying to force themselves into becoming better. Because I understand sometimes, we get in that space where we're like, man, I am so tired of this situation. I'm tired of where I am. And so I am going to go full-blown, full-fledged into a new experience for myself. I'm really going to push it. I'm going to make some things happen. I'm going to make this thing happen. And so you force it. You force it. You force it. And so here today we have been taught, and now this is the thing, we have been taught, thank you so much, Fine Wine, for those finger hearts. We have been taught that transformation requires pressure, discipline, control, and relentless self-correction. Yet, the subconscious mind does not respond to force the way ego does. It is a totally different experience. A totally different experience. The deepest shifts in identity happen not when we attack our flaws. Now, this is a big one. It doesn't happen when we attack our flaws. What happens, the shift changes calmly when we witness them without judgment. Now, I know that's going to be difficult for some of us because we were literally designed, we were raised to make things happen. Many of us, many of you were like me and grew up in households and in families where they believed that productivity was about making it happen. It was about forcing things. It was about being productive. It was about hustling and grinding and doing all of that stuff, especially if your parent, most of our parents were baby boomers. In fact, pretty much all of our parents in here were baby boomers, unless you're a baby boomer yourself. And if you are a baby boomer in here, that literally forced you into a space where this is the framework in which you operate in right now. And so when we begin to understand the true nature of the universe and of ourselves and of our subconscious mind, we understand that it is not these hands that make things happen. It's not. That's right, no sleeping on Saturday and all of that foolishness. That it is not these hands. It is not us forcing things. It is the inner work that we need to do. Let me lay something down foundationally for our newbies. If we have any newbies in here, if you are a newbie, let us know that you're a newbie simply by putting newbie in the chat. Hey, Amy, good to see you. Good to see you, superstar. Y'all love on our Amy. So glad to have you up in here with us. Here we go. We live in an energetic universe. And I say this every day, especially for our newbies. We live in an energetic universe. And because we live in an energetic universe, this universe has a language. And that language is frequency. The language is frequency. And because the language is frequency, you may say, well, where, AD, where does this frequency come from? It arises from within us. It literally, this frequency comes from me and it comes from you. And so when you look at where it comes from and how we create this frequency, it is systemic of the thoughts that we have, the words that we speak, the actions that we take, and the emotions that we experience. This creates a resonance within us. I like to call these the protocols of alignment. The thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. Thank you, Fine Wine. I truly appreciate it. And so it comes from this resonance of those protocols of alignment. And that resonance is projected out into the quantum field as a frequency. And that frequency, again, is predicated by the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. And so that frequency, as it's projected out into the quantum field receives it and then reflects it back to us. Hey, Chanel, welcome in. Y'all love on Chanel. It reflects it back to us as reality. And because it reflects it back to us as reality, the universal law of correspondence, it supports this understanding by saying that as within, so without, as above, so below. I'm going to say that again. As within, so without, as above, so below, as it is in the east, so shall it be in the west. So what you and I experience every single day as reality is merely a reflection of what's going on inside. And so just like when we have people that come into our life and they say dumb stuff, what is that reflective of? It is reflective of the thing that is within them, that is reflected out into their own experience. And so they operate out of their own maladies, and they try to project that onto our experience here. But because we have the 4 horsemen in place, it don't work. See, I was just trying to have a little fun, Janae. See, I was just trying to have a little fun. But you ain't even let them survive. It's okay. All right, here we go. And so in that space, where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. And so if that makes sense to you, put yes in the chat. If that makes sense to you, put yes in the chat. If I need to go over it again, say, AD, I need some help. because this is really foundational for our conversation today, because we are in a space where we are communicating with the quantum field. We are communicating with the universe and telling the universe what it is that we want. Because remember, the universe does not give us what we want or what we ask for, so to speak. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. Good to see you, Trinity. Welcome in. Welcome in. So let's keep going. So again, the deepest shifts in identity, and it's important because the universe does not give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves, our identity. So the deepest shifts in identity happen not when we attack our flaws. How many of us are hard on ourselves? Come on. If that's you, put me in the chat. How many of you find yourselves being really, really hard on yourselves? Thank you, Chanel. We're so glad to have you here. Thank you. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Mimi. We're hard on ourselves. If you find yourself, sometimes being a little rough on yourself, saying a few things, there you go, Monica. Thank you so much. Thank you, Songbird. You punish yourself for, oh man, I should have known that. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have been so nice. I shouldn't have been so kind. That's me. No, you're good. No, you're good, Blue. I see you, Mo. But at times, it happens. It happens. It happens. Hey, Dana, good to see you on. And so, but here's the thing. Again, remember, where your focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. Hey, Majestic, good to see you on. And so, with that being the case, if we focus on our flaws, what are we bringing? If we continue to illuminate our flaws, what are we bringing into our experience? More of the same. And we punish ourselves. So here's the thing. If we're punishing ourselves and we feel bad about it, because usually when we feel bad about punishing, we feel about a thing, we punish ourselves for the thing. And as we punish ourselves, what happens when you have a clear intention with an elevated emotion? Your intention is to punish yourself. The elevated emotion is the anger and the frustration that you have with yourself. When you have a clear intention paired with an elevated emotion, what do? You're creating magic. Magic begins to happen. You're literally manifesting that into your experience. So as you're down on yourself, you're hard on yourself, you're rebuking yourself for the things that you've done or mistakes that you might have made. You're really calling more of that into your experience, because that's right, Janae, like attracts like. So we do that to us. We do that to ourselves because we focus on our flaws. Exactly right, Sunshine. We get more flaws. Thank you so much, Dana. We appreciate that. God bless you too. Amen to that, because we need it all. Thank you. Listen, thank you, Majestic, for sharing out this live. So again, the deepest shifts happen. The deepest shifts in identity happen not when we attack our flaws, but when we calmly witness them without judgment. Just witness them without judgment. Thank you, Majestic. Thank you so much. The irony is that the more aggressively we try to change, now watch this now. The deepest irony that we face is that the more aggressively we try to change, the more we reinforce the very identity we're trying to escape. Because remember this saying, Wayne Dyer used to always say, that which you resist about you persists within you. That which you resist about you persists within you. Thank you, Monique. Welcome in, superstar. Glad to have you up in here. That which you resist about you persists within you. If you can look at the mistakes that we make in life, if we can look at the mistakes that we make in life, I love Wayne Dyer too. I surely miss him. If we look at those things without judgment, then we can escape the loop of experiencing the same thing and over and over again. You're trying to escape the loop. You're trying to escape the negative experience, the negative life experiences. But do you realize you're creating even more of it? Because when you pair a clear intention with an elevated emotion, your frustration with yourself and your attempts to punish yourself is the intention, right? Pair that with an elevated emotion like frustration, anger, fear. Those elevated emotions, once paired together, they begin to foster your reality. And so you're stuck in this loop. If you can see that loop, if you can see the loop, the destructive loop that many of us are in, if you can see that loop, put yes in the chat. If it makes sense, if you can see that loop, put yes in the chat. If you can see that loop, because you're constantly doing the same thing over and over again. And so what I want you to do is to be very, very close today. Don't disappear today. Stay with us today, because we're going to be in here and we're going to dissect this and we're going to get to a better space. Because as a clinically certified hypnotherapist, I understand the most intimate inner workings of our subconscious mind. And those intimate inner workings of our subconscious mind, literally, thank you, Blue, it literally fosters the same experience over and over again, because it's a product of our programming. Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much, Janet, for being up in here. I see you. Peace and love to you. Thank you for grabbing that daily heart. Me too. I appreciate you. And so that's where we are. So that clear intention paired with an elevated emotion creates a constant loop of experience over and over and over again, experiencing the same thing that we're frustrated by. And so again, the irony is that the more aggressively you try to change that, the more we reinforce the very identity we're trying to shift from. Have you ever noticed that the harder you try to fix yourself, the more stubborn the patterns become? That is because, like Wayne Dyer said, that which you resist about you persists within you. That which you resist about you persists within you. So don't resist it. Don't judge it. Acknowledge it. Embrace it. And there are a couple of things that you can use to get beyond it, and we're going to get into those too in a second. So today we're stepping into a different paradigm. Very simply put, we're stepping into a new paradigm, one rooted in awareness rather than force. Put awareness in the chat. One rooted in awareness. One rooted in awareness. One rooted in awareness. One rooted in awareness. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Severin. Good to see you. Welcome in. And again, if we have any more newbies in here, let us know that you're a newbie. Welcome in, Turquoise. If you are a newbie, just simply put newbie in the chat. And we just want to know, because we just want to love on you. That's all. I appreciate you for being up in here. Just simply put newbie in the chat. If we haven't already acknowledged you, put that in the chat so that we can love on you. Awareness. Thank you. So again, today we're stepping into a different paradigm, one rooted in awareness rather than force. Observation rather than resistance. Observation rather than resistance, and alignment. And alignment instead of struggle. If y'all are ready for part one, put one in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Thank you so much, Blue. I truly appreciate the roses. Yes, I do. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate the gifts. So let's go. If you are ready for part one, put one in the chat. Excellent. Here we go. The inner witness. The inner witness. The inner witness is not passive. It is powerful. The inner witness. There's this inner you. It's not passive. It's extremely powerful. And I'm going to break down to the reasons why. The inner witness is the quiet part of you that notices your thoughts without becoming them. I'm going to say that again. The inner witness is the quiet part of you that notices your thoughts without becoming them. In quantum mechanics, observation collapses the timeline. Observation affects reality. The famous observer effect teaches that particles behave differently when they are being observed. This is called the observer effect. The observer effect, it's like when you understand how particles behave, you have, and we're going back to something very, very simple. If y'all remember chemistry, and you have the atom, and you have, you remember you had the atom, and then the atom broke down. Hey, Amelia, good to see you on. The atom itself, it breaks down into electrons, neutrons, protons. Y'all remember that? Y'all, does anybody remember that? Y'all remember chemistry class? Y'all remember that? And so as you start talking about the periodic tables and the electron configurations and all of that stuff, y'all remember turquoise, you remember fine wine. So it breaks down. So when we look at an atom, the atom is comprised of protons and neutrons in the middle. And then it creates the way they created the conventional little model of it. It has the electrons spinning around the center. And so the electrons, let's just pull out one of those electrons. Electrons, what you wind up, when you look at the makeup of an atom, is a bunch of particles in space at the end of the day. You trying you trying to forget. Don't forget, Songbird. Come on now. Because it's gonna help you. You're gonna be like, I remember this now, and now this makes sense, what they were teaching us. Now we're about to talk about quantum mechanics and where all of this ties in to you manifesting and creating the life that you want. And so here it is. You have these particles in space, because all it is protons, neutrons, electrons, all of that stuff. And so when you have those particles in space, let's go ahead and let's zoom in on the one of the electrons. When you look at one of the electrons, the electron, it has, you see more particles in space, and they have their own name. They have their own name. So we're looking at bosons and leptons now. It starts to get really weird. And then you take one of those bosons and then you zoom in again, you have more what? Particles in space. And then, but it gets kind of funky down here, because now these things called quarks. And something about them, which is really, really interesting, is that they blink on and they blink off. Now, what makes them blink on and blink off? What makes them blink on and blink off is observation. When you look at that, and when you look at the boson, it blinks on. When you look away, it blinks off. When you look at it, it blinks on. When you look away, it blinks off. So what does that say? At the basic rudimentary level of this universe, our universe, it's just particles in space. And these particles are nothing but energy and information. And at some level, at a subatomic level, these particles only blink on and off when observed. And when you're not looking at them, they disappear. This is about the law of conservation and the law of least effort. See, the universe is not going to spend a whole lot of time just having particles just sitting up there all day and nobody's looking at it. So when you're not observing it, it disappears. When you look at it, it blinks on. So by virtue of your focus, that's why when I tell you where your focus goes, energy flows, manifestation soon follows. That is how you manifest. That's how you manifest. That's how you manifest. That's how you manifest. So does that make sense, everybody? If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. If you can see that clearly. So from a subatomic level, when that quantum field speaks, observation affects reality. You see? Observation reflects reality. Observation reflects reality. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Antoine. All right. The Tao Te Ching reminds us that forcing leads to resistance. Forcing leads to resistance. Forcing leads to resistance. When you push against, it's like, anybody ever watched, anybody ever watched Dune? I'm a sci-fi person. The old school Dune. Anybody a sci-fi person up in here? I'm a sci-fi person. I'm sorry. Yes, Coach he got some nerdy tendencies, okay? And so you'll hear me talk about Star Wars. You'll hear me talking about Lord of the Rings and all that kind of stuff. But when you look at, there was a weapon, if y'all remember that, thank you, Essie. That was, if you remember, in that movie, they had this. Oh, Battlestar Galactica was good. They had this shield that they would fight with. But if you hit against it real, real hard, it would activate the shield. But the slow knife penetrates the shield. The slow knife penetrates the shield. The fast one, there's resistance. So the natural thing, so when you aggressively try to change yourself and you're aggressive and you focus on your flaws and you try to make something happen and you try to shift and you really force change, there's resistance. Why? Because the subconscious mind loves what? The subconscious mind loves the familiar. The subconscious mind loves the familiar. And when there's something presented that is outside of the familiar, it's unfamiliar. That unfamiliar experience seems unsafe. And so immediately your subconscious mind is going to resist because it is unfamiliar. It's deemed as unsafe. So therefore resistance is going to be there. So the more you push and the more you force your subconscious mind to wrestle with this, the more you experience the same thing. So resistance is natural. Resistance is a natural thing. So when you're sitting there and you're trying to become the new version of yourself, be patient and be kind and gentle and compassionate with yourself. Acknowledge some things that you want to shift and change, but don't wrestle with them. Don't fight against them. Acknowledge them, accept them, and reposition, realign, readjust your behavior simply, peacefully. If you know, you know. I see you coming on up in here. Welcome in, superstar. When you become the observer of your own fear, when you become the observer of your own anger, when you become the observer of your own procrastination, you step out of identification and into authorship. You step out of identification. I'm gonna read that again. If y'all want to, if you're gonna take any notes, go ahead and write this down. If you're gonna take any notes, this is a good time to take some notes. All right, come on, y'all. When you observe your fear, when you observe the things that you would normally wrestle with, when you see yourself starting to procrastinate, when you see yourself becoming doubtful, when you see yourself becoming fearful, and you're just observing it, that's all you're doing. You're not adding judgment. How do you move from observation to judgment? A lot of times judgment comes into place when you add value upon that which you observe. I'm going to say that again. When you observe a thing without judgment, without adding value to it, without saying, oh, this is terrible, this is bad. No, it's just feedback. And if you just look at it as feedback instead of the thing and focusing on that thing, then what happens is the resistance is not put forth because you're not judging yourself. You're not judging the thing. You're just observing it. So write this down. When you become the observer of your fear, your anger, your procrastination, you step out of identification. You no longer identifying with it. You step outside of identification and you step into authorship. What if you are not your thoughts, but the awareness noticing them? Just the awareness. Because that's what we're focusing on. The law of assumption quietly activates here because whatever you repeatedly identify with becomes your operating identity. The law of assumption, the most dominant assumption that you have about yourself, the most dominant observation the dominant assumption that you have about yourself, it literally, it activates this law. It activates this law because you begin to identify with it very, very differently. A person who says, I'm anxious, strengthens anxiety. The person that says, I'm anxious, the more you speak to that reality about yourself, it strengthens the identity of that anxiety. The person who says, I notice anxiety moving through me, creates space between identity and experience. That space is power. That is power right there. I'm going to say that one more time. A person who says, I notice anxiety move through me, creates space between identity and experience. Because what did you do? You just said, I'm noticing it. I see it move through me. I don't claim it. Many people, here's a tough thing. Anybody ever said my anxiety? Let's be honest. Anybody ever said my high blood pressure, my heart condition? Hey Sanaya, good to see you on, superstar. My pain, my back pain. Oh, here I go with my stress again. You know, my this. What are you doing? You're purely identifying with it because you're claiming it with the word my. When you say my anxiety, my allergies, my this, my high blood pressure, you are literally claiming the thing. Do you really? Now, so here, but the real question is, do you want to identify with those things? Do you want to identify with it? My pain. You don't. Thank you, Trinity. You do not want to identify with it. No, Sanaya. You do not want to identify with it. And because you don't want to identify with it does not mean it doesn't stay inside of your experience. Because what do we say about it? What do we say about identity? Identity creates standards and boundaries, but the universe gives to us based upon what? How we see ourselves. And so you see how you keep creating this cyclical reality over and over and over and over. No, we understand, Nikki. The brain has two jobs: to prove your beliefs correct and to go and search for the evidence. What does the thinker think? We have the way I like the way Dr. George Zalewski used to say it. He talked about the thinker thinks and the prover proves. What does the thinker think? The thinker thinks what the prover proves what the thinker thinks. So if you think and you speak aloud and you use the word I am sick. My headaches, my sinuses, my anxiety, my whatever. And when you say my this, you claim it as a part of your identity. The universe does not give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. Hello? So if that's the case, if that's the formula that we use, literally, do you see how you are bringing this constantly into your space? Do you see how constantly your subconscious mind is producing the same experience over and over again based upon how you see yourself? The words that you speak, the actions you take, the thoughts that you have, and the emotions that you experience create the protocols of alignment. That alignment creates a resonance, and that resonance is projected out into the quantum field, and the quantum field then receives that as reality. It receives that, and then projects it back to us as reality. You see how you're co-creating your own prison. You see how you're manufacturing your own sickness and disease, your own problems, your own maladies. You see how you're constantly on this loop, this constant rat wheel of creating an existence that you really disdain, an existence that you don't want to exist in anymore, an existence that is beneath who you truly are, that has absolutely nothing to do with your passionate desires, what it is that you want for yourself. But remember, the desire is just the invitation. The embodiment is confirmation. Life is happening. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Janae. Life is happening through us, not just to us. You are co-creating your own pain. I hate my life. I hate my job. What did you just say? I hate my what? I hate my what? I hate my what? You identify with the job. I hate my job. I hate my neighborhood. I hate my house. I hate this. What happens when you pair an elevated emotion with a clear intention? Do you see how much power you have, Trinity? Do you see how much power you have? We unfold into life as we see ourselves. Do you see? You have so much power. There's power in your tongue. You have the ability to speak life or death. Oh man, Travis, so glad to have you up in here, man. Welcome in, welcome in. So glad to have you with us. You're in the right space. We have, listen, Antoine, listen, somebody, one of our moderators, if you can, please post that. Y'all pin what Antoine just said. Thank you so much, Travis. I truly appreciate it, man. Thank you. Language is powerful. You are powerful. Antoine says we've got to speak to ourselves more carefully. That's why. Yeah, that's what he said. They want to know what you said over here. That's why I read it. I read it. I'm sorry. Antoine says we've got to speak to ourselves more carefully. We have to. There you go, Nikki. We have to speak life into ourselves. Janet says, I just said this morning. Thank you, Mimi, for those goats. Yes, I am the greatest of all times. Trust and believe it. You see how I always do that? When y'all put that up there, I say, yes, I am the greatest of all time. I am the greatest of all time. Speak things. When you have so much freaking power. I promise you, you have so much more power than you realize. You are powerful beyond measure. That's why y'all need to be in tonight's experience. That's why you need to be in tonight's virtual hypnosis experience, because this is going to free you from much of the stuff that you have programmed into your subconscious mind. Tonight, we're going to be releasing it so that you can become limitless. The theme for tonight is limitless. The power to live beyond fear, doubt, and scarcity. If y'all are ready for part 2, put 2 in the chat. Thank you, Mimi, for those goats. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for sharing out the live, Sunshine. Thank you. And that's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I invite you guys, I'm going to give y'all a formal invitation in just a moment. I slept a little wrong on my shoulder. So if y'all see me kind of stretching myself out, that's all I'm doing. All right, thank you. Part 2. Forcing change strengthens the old identity. Forcing change instead of allowing change strengthens. Now watch this. When you work out every day, we got anybody that exercise? We got anybody that works out with weights? Anybody in here work out with weights? Or let me put it like this. Anybody in the past? Oh God. Anybody in here used to work out or might have worked out at some point in time and or went to the gym at least once. Anybody? Thank you, Travis. See, Travis, I know, you get it. You in here working out. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Turquoise. Thank you, Mimi. At least one time went to gym. At least pulled out an app on your phone one time and started and worked out for like 2 days. Anybody had the P90X like me and worked out for about 1 to 2 days and it was like P1. Here it is. That resistance that you faced made you what? When you work out with weights, that creates resistance. What did that do? What did that resistance do for you? What did it do? Did it make you weaker or did it make you stronger? If you consistently work out with weights and those weights that you use that they were resistance, did you become stronger? Did you become stronger or no? It makes you stronger. There you go. Thank you, Sunshine. It made you stronger. Thank you, Sunshine. Made you stronger. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Antoine. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Leslie. Y'all getting it. So when you were wrestling with it and you were pushing up against it and you had that resistance made you stronger. And because that resistance made you stronger, you realize forcing change creates resistance, right? When you force change, resistance comes. And because of that resistance, what is it doing? It is making the old version of you stronger. Can you see that now? Can you see where you've been making the mistake of trying to become better as you're moving from one experience to the next, as you're moving from the old identity to the new identity? That which you resist about you persists within you. And as you resist it, what are you doing? You're making the old identity stronger. Because the identity, the old version of you, is trying to maintain its relevance in your life in any way possible. Can you see how you're making your own old identity stronger instead of acknowledging it and moving on? All right, here we go. When you try to force change, you are often fighting from the same identity that created the problem. The subconscious mind does not respond to self criticism with compliance. It's not some slave to you, it's the boss. Your subconscious mind is the boss. And so it's not going to just acquiesce to your desire, your thing. It's not going to do that. It's not going to do that. Janae says that feeling of panic from the old version is just the applause from your higher self. How do I make myself love working out? The reframing. That's a part of it. Yeah, it's a reframe. But that's not our topic for today, Nessie. You in a good space. That's a good question. I like the question. How do you make yourself? See, you know what? I'm going to answer that question real quick. It's easy. How do you make yourself love working out? You have to attach the process to something that is bigger than you. You have to say, what is your why? Because nobody loves working out until you love working out. So how do you get there? You attach that to your why. If your why is big enough, you'll make it happen. There you go. If your why is big enough, you'll make it happen. Let's go. The subconscious mind does not respond to self-criticism with compliance. It responds with protection. Oh, you're going to come in here and you're going to try to change some things? You're more than welcome, Nessie. Oh, you're going to come in here and try to change me? I'm the old you. I've been around the longest. I know you better than you know yourself because I am you. What do you mean you trying to become better? What do you mean you talking about you trying to lose weight and get in shape? Listen, you and I eat donuts, cookies, cupcakes, and we like pork chops and all of that. Listen, this is a part of our programming. You were raised on this stuff. You were brought up eating all of this. Sitting up here talking about you gonna change. We not changing anything. I got some cupcakes in the refrigerator. I know you got, hey Mimi, you still got that mango? You still got that mango from last year? Cause those donuts, that's right, it's in our DNA. Pork chops, collard greens, fat back with gravy. I'm just making up stuff. I don't know nothing about that. I'm just saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. All of that right there. We don't care anything about that. But come on, let's keep going. When you attack yourself internally, the nervous system hears threat, not growth. That's what happens. Yes, motivation will get you started, but it won't keep you there. Here we go. Listen, this is a great time. This is great. Listen, we're at the top of the hour. Wow, I can't believe it's already 1 o'clock, y'all. We're at the top of the hour. We're right at 57K. So 57K. So that means that we're right on track to hit our goal of 100K. So congratulations. Thank you so very much. And listen, we have 56 souls up in here. So glad to have y'all up in here. If we have any newbies up in here and we haven't acknowledged you yet, let us know that you're a newbie by putting newbie in the chat. We just want love on you. I appreciate you. That's all, because you could have chosen to be anywhere. The same thing here on YouTube. You could have chosen to be anywhere. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to hang out with us. All right. Thank y'all so much for being here. And listen, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. So listen, y'all love on D for being up in here. Thank you so much for being in here, D. Thank you, Hemingway. I'm glad you chose to be up in here. That's a good thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. I love it. So again, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. And so I want to invite you to keep coming back here because we're here every day, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Again, so that's every day, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. And so come on, keep on coming back. The second thing, again, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. I want to invite you to become a part of the Oasis. The Oasis is our channel on Discord. We just have a beautiful channel on Discord, and inside of the Oasis, we have our live Monday morning meditation where we all come together and we do this meditation time for about 20 minutes. That's about it. And as we do that meditation, it sets our intentions for the week. Then we have guided, pre-recorded guided meditations in there. We have pre-recorded hypnosis sessions in there. Sessions to help you attract wealth and abundance, help you go to sleep at nighttime, to help you in all kinds of ways. We also have a woman's safe space. And inside of that women's safe space, that's curated and moderated by our very own Janae. Janae has done an excellent job in having all kinds of wonderful conversations about perimenopause, having stuff about emotional context, the things that matter to you. Things that matter to you, and these are really, really powerful conversations. So I'm so glad that she's doing that, and so you want to be a part of that process. The next thing that we have, inside of the Oasis is we have entrepreneurs in there, all kinds of things. So I want to invite you to become a part of it. And how you become a part of the Oasis, right here on TikTok, you just click on that picture, that good looking guy right there. And then you become a super fan. And as you become a super fan, TikTok will automatically put you into our Discord, into the Oasis. And so that's a cool thing. Now, if you say ADM having some technical difficulties or some financial difficulties, guess what? We just reach out to one of our folks, reach out to one of our moderators, Fine Wine, Mimi, Janae, or Wallace, and it will help you to get into the Oasis. So it's very, very easy to do. All right. The highest level of engagement, is, hold on just one second. The highest level of engagement that we have is the Oasis Mind Spa itself. Inside of the Oasis Mind Spa, what does that mean? That means that you've either worked with me one-on-one, and we have many people that are in the Oasis Mind Spa. They're already members. Or you have been a part of one of our virtual hypnosis experiences. And so right now, I'm about to put a form up here. If you want to be a part of the Oasis and the Oasis Mind Spa, I'm going to put a form up here. If you want to work, first thing, if you want to work with me one-on-one, complete the entire form. That means the first form and the long second form. And this is for serious people only. Do not do this if you're not ready to take your life to the next level. If you just want to stay where you are, cool. I celebrate your ability to stay where you are. But if you really, really are desiring to do better and to become better, then yes, we can work together. I'm going to put that link up there. And this, it's going to be a little banner that pops up here, right here on TikTok, will allow you to fill out this form. The other thing is if you want to become a part of the virtual hypnosis experience, go ahead and fill out just the first form, and one of the members of our team will reach out to you. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up here right now. Let me pin this notice. So again, if you're desiring of working with me, fill out the entire form and the next form. There's a full length piece that you do. It's called an intake questionnaire. Do the entire thing and schedule your discovery session with me. If you're just desiring to be a part of the virtual hypnosis experience tonight, just fill out the initial form and somebody will get back with you and make sure that you're good to go. All right? Excellent. So that's going to be up there for a few more seconds. And again, do not do it if you're not serious about it. So we have a few more minutes. We have another hour in here because we go from 12 to 2. So and if it's disappeared from your screen, all you have to do is it's the orange little swoosh looking thing in the bottom of your screen. All right, it's that little screen. All right. Now, here's another thing. If any part of what we have been talking about today, and this is really, really powerful, if any part of what we have been talking about today has resonated with you at any meaningful level, I'm going to, it arose out of this book that I authored, Cracking the Abundance Code. Can y'all see that little banner right here in the TikTok shop? Can y'all see it? And if you can, just put yes in the chat, because I want to make sure, because sometimes it pops up, sometimes it doesn't. And so if you can see it, go ahead and grab. Oh, excellent, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. If you can, if you have not grabbed your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, I authored this book not too long ago, and it's designed to be impactful in such a way that you begin to resonate at a totally different frequency. Because here's the thing, many of you are actually doing the work. You're actually doing the work. You're doing your meditations, you're doing all of your stuff. You are doing the work, but you haven't seen the abundance show up in your life yet. And so I'm going to tell you right now that the abundance that you're looking for, guess what? I'm telling you, the abundance that you're looking for is looking for you too. It is looking for you too. And so the reason why you haven't experienced it yet is because of some blockage that's in the way. And the blockage that's in the way, it arises from, guess what? The blockage it arises from limiting beliefs. And so one of the things that Cracking the Abundance Code does is right in the very first chapter is to help you recognize what those limiting beliefs are and how you address it. And then once you do that, I show you how to quantum leap into your wealthy identity. So this book is really, really powerful. And the last thing I want to show you in Cracking the Abundance Code is that it has, in the very beginning, it has a 21-day roadmap. It's like having me. It's like having me with you every single day, step by step, telling you what it is that you need to be doing so that you can become that best version of yourself and you can be in alignment with the abundance that you really, really desire. Anything, where my meditation people are. Where are my meditation people at? If you're a meditation person, put me in the chat. Now, when you order your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, I'm going to sign it. I'm going to fill that bad boy out. I'm going to put a special note in there for you. And then as I do that, I'm also going to put a little special gift, and we're going to ship this out to you today. It's not going to sit up for days and days and days. No, we're going to ship it out to you immediately and get this to you. So I'm so glad that you grabbed your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, and we're going to ship that out to you ASAP. My meditation people listen, we developed these candles, and right now our inventory is low, so go ahead and order your oh my goodness, let me unpin that and let me put the other one up. What am I talking about? I didn't even put that up here. Here are my meditation people. All right, right here is our triple bliss meditation candle set. We created this. Anything that I share with you is designed to help you to become the better version of yourself, to help energetically create a vibrational frequency so that you become a magnet for the thing. And so these meditation candles are not just for meditation, they're also for manifestation. They have clear intentions on each and every one of these candles. And so each one of these candles have a theme. So this is the abundance candle. This is the first candle in the series. And so the abundance candle, it's designed to do just that. Each one of the candles are 100% natural soy-based candles. They have a cotton wick, and they're all infused with essential oils. The essential oil in the abundance candle is the bergamot, and it has lemongrass. And so when you do your research on bergamot and lemongrass, they are in alignment with abundance and prosperity and drawing and attracting that into your space. It also has lodestone oil in there. If you know what a lodestone is, it is designed to attract wealth and abundance. That's what a lodestone is. And so it's to magnetize whatever the intention is. So that's what this candle is. And it smells absolutely amazing. It really does. It smells nice and fresh and clean, but that's not the point. Yes, it smells good. That's a wonderful benefit. But the key is that it has the intention of drawing wealth and abundance to you. All right. The next thing in our triple bliss set is the heal candle. The heal candle is really, really powerful. The heal candle is one of my favorites because it smells delicious. It is infused with essential rose oil. And so this essential rose oil and the lodestone oil helps to attract healing into your space. When you understand aromatherapy, rose And it smells so good. Oh gosh. And when you smell, when you have rose oil in your space, the vibrational frequency of the rose oil is very, very high, and it helps to heal the physical body, the mental and emotional body. So you definitely want to have this be a part of the Triple Bliss set. It comes with it. This is the number 2 candle. And last but not least, bringing up the rear, and then we'll keep going with our talk today, is the happy candle. You can't attract wealth and abundance and you're not happy. And so this particular candle, the happy candle, the essential oil in it is lemon verbena. One of my absolute favorite scents in the world. Lemon verbena is designed to help lift the mood, lift the spirits, and to invoke a sense of happiness around you. And so this is definitely something that you want to be in your home. So this whole Triple Bliss set, you have the heal candle, you have the abundance candle, and you have the happy candle. All 3 of these you get for the price of one of these type candles. You can't get, I'm telling you right now, you can't get 2. You can't get 3 of these candles. You can't even get one of these type candles for this price where you get all 3. So go ahead and grab yours. We're going to ship those out to you today. I'm super happy and excited about that. So let's go ahead and unpin this, and we're going to keep going with our conversation. And remember, for those of you who are desiring to work with me, don't forget, if you want to, all you have to do is click that little thing down there, that little orangey looking swoop looking thing, and you can gain access to working with me one-on-one with the Oasis Mind Spa, or you can be a part of our virtual hypnosis experience this evening. All right, so I'm excited about that. Let's keep going. Here we go. So we were talking about forcing change and how it strengthens the old identity. In the back of the Gita, there is a teaching of acting without attachment to the outcome. Forcing is attachment. Forcing is about attachment. Forcing about attachment. Forcing is about attachment. Attachment to the outcome. And so when we force that outcome, and when we're doing that, forcing attachment is really is disguised as ambition. And so many of us, that's what we do. So how often does your drive for improvement secretly carry fear of not being enough? And so if the motivation for change is shame, if the motivation for growth and becoming better is the fear of loss, what are you doing? You're trying to change something not because you truly want to become the thing. You're only making the choice because you're trying to avoid something. And so in this, and I get it if that's your motivation, but it is not the most powerful way of being there, because once that emotional state of you trying to avoid a particular thing passes, so does your desire to become the better version of you. So the better version of you should be not predicated by your circumstances. It should be driven by your destiny. There's a big difference in making decisions. So that's a big question that you have to ask yourself right now in this moment. Are you making decisions based on your present circumstances, or are you making decisions based upon what? Are you making decisions based upon your desire to go after your purpose? Someone trying to force discipline may secretly believe that they're lazy. Someone trying to force confidence may secretly believe that they're inadequate. The inner witness dissolves this by simply saying, I see the pattern. 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 I'm just looking at it. I'm becoming the observer. I'm the inner witness. And as I see this, I see the pattern, I begin to dissolve all of those negative postures. If y'all are ready for part 3, put 3 in the chat. If y'all are ready for part 3, put 3 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. If you are ready for part 3, put 3 in the chat. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Mimi. Observation rewrites the subconscious quietly. Thank you, champion. Thank you, Songbirds. Thank you, Janet. We rewire the subconscious quietly. Remember, the subconscious is where the programming lies. The subconscious mind is where the programming lies. Most of our life is systemic of the subconscious mind. Remember that. 95% of what you and I experience as reality is systemic of the subconscious mind. That is where the programming lies. That's where all your habits, your proclivities, your fears, all of those programs, past experiences, past traumas, past victories, past wins. Not everybody grew up and had a terrible life. Some people had a great life. Most of us didn't. We didn't have ideal situations because ideal situations don't produce champions all of the time. Usually you'll find that resistance that happens in our life cultivate a spirit of a champion, a spirit of somebody who overcomes and becomes in spite of what has happened around them. And it is that resistance that we face that makes us stronger, that makes us better. So observation rewrites the subconscious quietly. The subconscious mind is impressionable, not argumentative. Hey, Elsie, good to see you on. Welcome in. Good to see you, superstar. Thank you, champion. The subconscious mind is impressionable. It loves the familiar. It loves repetition. It's not argumentative. It's not confrontational. It just is. When you observe a behavior without reacting to it, you interrupt the emotional reinforcement loop. That's what you do. I'm going to say it again. When you observe the behavior without reacting, you interpret the emotional reinforcement loop. You interrupt it. You break it. You break the chain. You break the chain. You break the chain. When you watch the reaction without fueling it, the neural pathway weakens. So when you have the clear intention with the elevated emotion, not only are you calling out of the quantum field that which is a vibrational match for it, magic begins to happen. There's also a rewiring in the subconscious mind. There's a rewiring in the literal brain. There is you begin to create these new neural pathways based upon neuroplasticity. Emotional charge is what wires patterns in your nervous system. I'm going to say that again. Write that down. Emotional charge is what wires patterns in the nervous system. When you have an elevated emotion paired with a clear intention. When you have a clear intention paired with an elevated emotion, magic begins to happen. Magic happens inwardly and outwardly. You have something that happens inside you because you start to really rewire your brain with the elevated emotion and the clear intention. You rewire the brain. As you're rewiring the brain, you change the frequency. The frequency is then broadcast out into the quantum field. The quantum field receives it and then reflects it back to us as what we experience as reality. So when you watch the reaction without fueling it, the neural pathway weakens. Now, let's talk about heart-brain coherence because I try to interject that because coherence is where you want to be. It is a signal to the body and to the nervous system that all is well, that you're safe. So this is heart-brain coherence in action. When the heart is calm, the brain reorganizes. Take a deep breath. When your body's calm, you reorganize your brain. It is a signal to your nervous system that all is well. Too many of us are in a constant state of stress, worry, anxiety, fear, doubt, trepidation. Those things are compounding our brain, and we're wrestling with stress constantly. And because we're wrestling with stress constantly, we find ourselves in the same cyclical patterns because peace does not exist there. There's an African proverb that says, there's no prosperity without peace. I'm going to say that again. There's no prosperity without peace. There's no prosperity without peace. And prosperity is not just money. Abundance is not just money. It is having a wonderful home. It is having love all around you. It's having great health. All of these things begin to work together. So this heart-brain coherence is absolutely key. So when the heart is calm, the brain reorganizes. What would happen if you simply noticed your trigger today? Just noticed it. Thank you, Monica. You know, I like when I see them flames up there. In fact, fire them flames up. The heart, brain coherence, the calm heart, it reorganizes the brain. What would happen if you simply noticed your trigger today? Just noticed it without trying to eliminate it. Just notice it. Just become the gentle witness of it. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Amy. Just become the gentle witness of it. In Christianity, there's an invitation that says, be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know. Stillness is not inactivity. It is divine awareness. That's why many of my clients, I have done this with them because many of us overthink. Anybody in here overthink? Anybody in here have moments where they overthink and they can't sleep at night? If that's you, put me in the chat. If that's you, put me in the chat. One of the things that if you're in an Oasis Mind Spa, what do I give you? My Mind Spa people, what do I give you? What is the statement? What is the phrase? Close your eyes, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, say what? Peace, be still. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Monique. Y'all don't know how good that does my heart. To see all my folks. Peace, be still. It is a powerful axiom. Peace, be still. There is prosperity where there's peace. There is prosperity where there's peace. Be still and know. Stillness is not inactivity. It is divine awareness. That's exactly what it is. It's divine awareness. It's divine. Thank you, champion. It's divine awareness. Yes, it's freedom from being chained to those over persistent thoughts. In the Odu speaks of wisdom coming to those who listen deeply. Listening to yourself without judgment is spiritual maturity. Imagine someone cutting you off in traffic. The old pattern reacts instantly. How many of us got road rage? Listen, I wrestle with it sometimes, and sometimes I have to say to myself, peace, be still. Yeah, I'm in the traffic. People are cutting you off. People are, making you mad. That's not the word I want to use. People are frustrating because they cannot drive here in Florida. People can't drive in Florida. They can't drive in New York. Anybody ever been to Caribbean, been in Jamaica and tried to drive? Oh my God, it is the worst. People in Florida cannot drive. I promise you they cannot drive. They can't. And I'm a Floridian. DC, yeah, DC is pretty bad too. Atlanta, LA, oh God, LA is horrific. Chicago, yes, Chicago too. Yes, sir. I think everywhere, just people can't drive. And you're right, Majestic. I'm so glad to see you in here with us this long. Listen, you off today, Majestic? I'm so happy to see you up in here. That's beautiful. They can't drive in Virginia. Janae said, Lord, don't let me start talking. Boston is really bad. Yeah, especially like anything like around the tri-state area. Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, Boston, all of that. Florida has seniors with road rage. Shh, 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 shh. Don't do that. Don't do that, Fine Wine. Don't go there. Shh, shh, shh. Don't get that. We got a few seniors in here we got a few seniors in the room that live in Florida. Shh, shh. Don't do that. Don't do that. Here come Amy. Watch, watch, watch. Here comes Amy. If Amy is in here. So immediately that road rage comes into play. And what do? You act out on it. So you have to zen out, relax, relate, release. Relax, relate, and release. Let it go. And so we're talking about that inner wisdom. So the inner witness says, there's the anger rising. I'm not going to fall into it. I tell them, I'm sorry, you have a bad day. You having a bad day. I see you. Oh God, here we go. The anger loses momentum. The moment you say, listen, why am I so? And here's it. Let's do the pattern. Let's do a pattern interrupt. Y'all ready for the pattern interrupt? Why am I so frustrated at this? Why? This person just cut me off. Why am I so angry? You see the pattern interrupt? You ask the question. Thank you, Majestic, for the ghost. Yes, I am the greatest of all time. You ask yourself, why did that lady cut me off and just make me so mad? Why did I let that bother me? Let me do my breathing exercises. You shift the focus. You see how we do the pattern interrupt. We ask the question. Asking the question looks for the solution. Your brain automatically stops focusing on the thing that it was focusing on, and it focuses on finding the answer. Immediately your mind goes to find the answer. There you go. What you observe without resistance instantly dissolves. I'm giving y'all a secret. When I tell you I'm giving y'all a secret, this is a master class right here. Listen, do y'all realize I give master classes every single day for free? I'm talking about master classes where people pay thousands and thousands of dollars to just sit and have these type discussions. And speaking of discussions, oh goodness, wait. I almost forgot to invite y'all to tell y'all this. Thank you. If you know, you know. Yes, it is priceless. Thank you. This coming, is it Monday, Janae? Thank you, Majestic. Yes, I am. We are having, I think it's Monday, right? It's the first Monday at 7 p.m. in the Oasis. I am hosting our very, very first Rabbit Hole Talk. Oh, I'm excited about the Rabbit Hole Talks because the Rabbit Hole Talks are designed to be very, very deep metaphysical. I mean, bring all of your deepest questions, like the stuff like your conspiracy theory questions, bring all of that. So we're going to be in the Oasis having that talk at 7. So Majestic, you can come in there because that's before you go live on doing your thing. Yes. So it's it's at 7-Eleven. That's right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Janae. It's at 7-Eleven because we try to be deep. And Janae loves the number 11, and so do I love the number 11. So guess what? We are having our first Rabbit Hole Talk in the Oasis, in the lounge now, in the lounge. We're going to be in the lounge. We're not going to be in the meditation space. We'll be in the lounge, and we will be having our first one this coming Monday. Oh, I'm so excited about that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And listen, y'all just need to be in the Oasis. So do what you got to do and get in the Oasis. All right, here we go. All right, I'm back on track. So what you observe without resistance, it immediately dissolves. What you observe without resistance, without judgment, it immediately dissolves. Listen, I can't wait either. Oh, and I want y'all to bring y'all deepest questions, deepest conversations. We're going to go so deep. Ooh. At another time, can you talk about number significance, please? Oh, yeah. Bring that to the rabbit hole conversation, Leslie. Bring that to the rabbit hole conversation because numbers carry vibration. Absolutely. Oh, ooh. Because I try to stay on mindset stuff here. And so in the Oasis, we'll take it down the rabbit hole and we'll go to all of that esoteric stuff, Those deep, deep conversations. Like y'all might want to go ahead and fire something up before y'all come in there and get real, real deep. If y'all catch my drift, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Whatever your thing is, I'm gonna let you do that right there. All right, come on, y'all. If y'all are ready, you got yours already? Excellent. I know, Songbird. I know I'm so bad, but I'm just giving people permission to be who they are. That's it. I celebrate people for being who they are. That's who you are. Do what you do. There it is. If y'all are ready for part 4, put 4 in the chat. If y'all are ready for part 4, put 4 in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Rosemary said, amen. I love y'all so much. Y'all make me laugh. It is legal in the state of Florida. Now, I don't know about everywhere else. You love that, Amy? Who is that up here cutting up? 88 Paula. Who? Wait a minute, Paula. Paula, you didn't say you were a newbie up in here because you know we know all of our people. Welcome in, Paula. And I like that 88. Now, wait a minute. I hope that 88 wasn't the year that you were born because you're about to make me old. Make me feel old. Paula, is that the year you were born? Because I'm not going to say that. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Welcome, Paula. Oh, you not new. Okay. All right. You not new. That's fine. But I don't recognize that name. But y'all, listen, that's the other thing. Y'all change y'all name so often. Like sometimes I can't remember. Rosemary. Yes. All of that. Just pure love. Here we go. The observer effect and identity collapse. Let's get into some quantum mechanics here. Let's get into the deep stuff. Quantum physics teaches that particles exist in probability until observed. I just taught y'all that. I just taught y'all that when we talked about the observer effect. We just talked about that where the particles at that subatomic level where they blink on and they blink off based upon our observation. You one of my favorites. Oh, all right then, Paula. That's good. Here we go. Quantum mechanics teaches that particles exist in probability until observed. Your future identity exists in probability until you claim it through your awareness. Watch this. Remember, every iteration of you exists. It's wave first, form second. Come on now. Look at Janae. It's wave first, form second. And so if you can imagine this vast field of possibility, it's this wave of possibility. It's just this beautiful wave. It's just this beautiful wave until it becomes formed by virtue of our focus. So if you see this beautiful wave, this beautiful ocean of possibility that lies before us, and based upon our observation, the wave becomes form. Based upon observation, the wave becomes form. And because the wave forms, it's every iteration of us exists there. Every iteration of you exists. The happy you, the sad you, the rich you, the broke you, the slim you, the big old fat you. Every version. The healed you, the sick you, every version. Yes, the double slit test. See, yeah, this is the kind of stuff we could talk about in the rabbit hole talks. Oh, those hole talks are gonna be big and listen, get all your friends and let them know that we're gonna be in there next Monday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Excuse me, 7-11. I'm sorry, Janae. 7-11. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to have our first rabbit hole conversation. Thank you, Mimi, for those finger hearts. I truly appreciate it. Let it go. There we go. Here we go. When you observe your current identity calmly, you collapse the probability wave of unconscious repetition. You collapse it. Forcing creates tension. Forcing creates tension. Forcing creates tension. Yes, we're almost there. Let's go ahead. Tapping is clapping. There you go. We're almost at 100. We're going to get a little bit higher than that today. Maybe 125. I feel it. Maybe 125. Maybe 150. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll see. Forcing creates tension. Observation creates coherence. I'm going to say that again. If you're going to take some notes, write this down. Forcing creates tension. Observation creates coherence. Forcing creates tension. Forcing creates tension. Forcing creates tension. Forcing creates tension. Forcing creates resistance. Forcing creates resistance. Observation creates coherence. Observation creates coherence. Where there's coherence, you begin to collapse the timeline because every iteration of you exists in the quantum field. And based upon your observation, you collapse timelines. You begin to focus on the one. And that quantum leap happens where you begin to become the best version of yourself based upon that observation. But unfortunately, here we go. Unfortunately, too many of us are focusing on the wrong things. We're focusing on the negative aspects of life. We're focusing on our fears. We're focusing on our frustration. We're focusing on what we don't like about ourselves. You truly are limitless, but you place yourself in a box by virtue of your focus. Because where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. Observation creates coherence. That coherence collapses the wave into form. Come on now. Make sure you get that. Forcing creates tension. Forcing creates tension. Forcing creates tension. Forcing it creates tension. Observation creates coherence. That coherence collapses the wave into form. Look at y'all around here talking about quantum mechanics and all of this deep stuff. Look at you. I love it. The law of least effort is not laziness. It is alignment. Thank you, Glam. I hope you're in there. I hope you're going to be with us tonight, Glam. I hope you're going to be in there with us tonight. Y'all listen, y'all don't want to miss the virtual hypnosis experience. Y'all don't want to miss it. I promise you, not this one. Y'all don't want to miss this one. The law of least effort is not laziness, it's alignment. Where in your life are you pushing so hard that you are actually slowing yourself down? Who's pushing themselves so hard that you're actually slowing yourself down? You're wearing your body out and you're tired. You spend so much energy focusing on those stuff. Just tired. Just tired. Instead of learning to just be and to observe. Observation creates coherence. Coherence collapses the wave into form. Just be at peace. Be at peace and trust the process. Be at peace and trust the journey. Do your best to feel safe. Because as you feel safe, you can trust. As you trust, you can allow. As you allow, you collapse the wave into form. You collapse the wave into form. The inner witness is the bridge between who you have been and who you are becoming. When you observe jealously, when you observe that whole experience of jealousy, it becomes information instead of self-condemnation. When you observe procrastination, it becomes a signal instead of a verdict. Procrastination may be fear of visibility. Jealousy may be a mirror of desire. Anxiety may be unprocessed anticipation. Observation turns emotion into data instead of drama. Observation is the key, y'all. Just observe it. Just observe. Can y'all see where it's just observation? It's just observation. It's not judgment, because observation, as long as you do not add value to it, it stays observation. The moment you add value to it, it becomes judgment. Judgment then sometimes elicits an emotion. And when you pair a clear intention with an elevated emotion, magic begins to happen. Because what is it? What is emotion? What is emotion? Emotion is energy in motion, right? What is energy in motion? What happens when we have energy that's moving? Based upon our focus, energy flows. And where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. Emotion, thank you, sunshine. Emotion is energy in motion. Emotion is energy in motion. And everywhere energy moves, in due time and due season, there's going to be some manifestation there. Keep putting energy into that thing. Be mindful. You ever watch somebody, ever had a friend or family member? They're always threatening something. This is what I mean. Y'all remember, anybody watched Fred Sanford back in the day? Shoot, I was watching Fred Sanford the other night. I think I was on Hulu or something. Anybody ever watch Fred Sanford? And Fred Sanford, yes, thank you, Monique. Thank you, Sunshine. Oh, we loved us some Fred Sanford. But what could he fake the most? It's on Tubi. What could Fred Sanford? Thank you, fine wine. The big one. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth. Threatening the big one. He would grab his chest and say, "Oh, I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth." Y'all remember that? The big one. Do any of you have any family members or a friend that's always talking about, "Oh, I just don't feel good. Yes, he was a character. I think I think it's my diverticulitis. I think it's my, oh Lord. I'm coming. There you go, Forrest. There you go. I'm coming to join you." Thank you. It's always something. Oh, my diverticulitis. My diverticulitis is here. I think my diverticulitis is acting up. My rheumatoidism. My sciatica. What? What is it? My sciatica? My sciatica. Ooh, it's this and that. My everything is my stomach bothering my. Ooh, I think my great grandmother used to threaten a stroke. Used to always, "Oh, I feel like I'm having a stroke. I feel like I'm gonna have a stroke. I feel like I'm having a stroke. I feel like I'm having a stroke." She said it for years. Never had a stroke. Until one day, she did. The universe gave her exactly what she kept asking for. So you got to be mindful of the things that you ask for. Oh, I'm just not feeling my best. I'm not feeling my best. I'm not feeling my best. I'm not feeling my best. Observation turns emotion into data. And sometimes we need to laugh about our own self and be mindful of it so that we do not speak those negativities into place. Sometimes I get afraid of asking people how they're doing. Then you receive their entire doctor's report. Be mindful of what you speak into existence. Be mindful of what you speak into existence. Be mindful of what you witness. If y'all ready for part 5, put 5 in the chat. Let me see how we looking. Ooh. Yeah, no, we won't. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. If y'all are ready for part 5, put 5 in the chest. In the chat. Put it in your chest. Okay. Here we go. The inner witness and the law of perception. Here we go. Perception shapes emotion. Perception shapes emotion. And emotion fuels manifestation. Notice the words, emotion fuels manifestation. Emotion fuels manifestation because emotion is what? Emotion is energy in motion. And where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. So perception shapes emotion. How you see the world is going to shape certain emotions, right? How you see the world, how you see an instance, it is going to shape your emotional response. Perception, perception, perception. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, champion. Perception. Perception shapes emotion. Emotion fuels manifestation. Where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. The inner witness. Here it is. Thank you. Thank you, Forrest. The inner witness allows you to see where your focus has been unconsciously leaking. You can see that inner witness when you just sit there and you watch. You become the observer. You just observe it without judgment. That inner witness, you're just witnessing. You're just witnessing. You weren't involved in it. You didn't get emotionally enthralled in it. The inner witness allows you to see where your focus has been unconsciously leaking. If someone followed you around for a week and wrote down your dominant thoughts, would they predict the life that you say you want? Are the thoughts that you have every single day, are the actions that you take, are the words that you speak, the emotions that you have, are they in alignment with your desire? Because your desire, you do know the desire of something is just the invitation. The embodiment of it is confirmation. The subconscious does not manifest what you say occasionally. It doesn't manifest what you say occasionally. It does not. It manifests what you rehearse emotionally daily. Emotionally, because the language of, and see, this is the thing, the language of the subconscious mind and the language of the conscious mind are two different languages. The language of the subconscious mind is emotion. It's repetition. It's familiarity. The language of the conscious mind is logic. Being able to define and delineate everything in your experience. That's the language. The language of the subconscious mind is intuitive. It's intuition. It's not logical like the conscious mind. So I watched this phenomenon because, as a clinically certified hypnotherapist, I watched this phenomenon happen. When people experience hypnosis for the first time, and I want my Oasis Mind Spa people to come to the front. Those of you who are a part of the Oasis Mind Spa, come to the front real quick. When you had your first experience with hypnotherapy, Amy says it was fabulous. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you, Amy. I'm so glad your experience was fabulous. But watch this. Those of you who have experienced hypnosis for the first time, how many of you had no words to describe what you experienced? Because even the word that Amy just used was reflective of an emotion. Songbird said, I thought I had taken a nap. Fine Wan said, me? Did you have words for it? It's hard. And then, and don't let somebody ask you, you have a family member or a friend ask you, well, how did it go? How was it? It's hard to it's hard to explain. Do you find that it's hard to explain to people what it is that you experience? Why? The reason why it's hard to express what it is that you experience is because there are no words for it in a logical construct. Because what you experienced was experiential. What you experienced was something that arose out of your subconscious mind. And that subconscious mind, the language, is hard to translate from one language to the next, from the subconscious language to the conscious language. It's very, very hard. But at the end of the day, that inner witness is going to speak that language of the subconscious mind. Very, very gently, very emotionally, intrinsically understood, intuitively understood, without having a conscious delineation or sitting there trying to codify everything in your existence. It's a totally different experience. So the subconscious does not manifest what you say occasionally. It manifests what you rehearse emotionally, because the language of the subconscious mind is emotion. Observing your thoughts without attachment shifts your emotional rehearsal. It shifts it. You stop feeding the old story and begin nourishing a new one. That's what you begin to do. Very simply put. If you're ready for part 6, put 6 in the chat. And I'm gonna whiz through this, and we're gonna get through today. We're gonna get through today. We are going to get through today. Thank you, Sanaya. Thank you, Champion. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Elsie. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Jabs. Thank you, Wushu. Good to see you on. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Willis. Accelerated change through non-resistance. Oh, no. I'm glad I got my notes. I'm looking at the wrong part. I went too far down. Humor, humility, and holy awareness. The ego hates being observed because it prefers being in control. Watch this now. This is big. The ego hates being observed. Now, that's the crazy thing about the ego. The ego is very akin to the conscious mind. And the ego and the conscious mind is always observing other people. It's always judging. It's always asking questions. It's always looking deep and all that kind of stuff. Hey, Russia, Florida, right here in the U.S. The ego hates being observed because it prefers being in control. It prefers being the one who's doing the observing. It doesn't like to be observed. When you observe your ego gently, you disarm it without humiliating it. Oh, look at that. And I learned this from Eckhart Tolle in his book, The Power of Now. If you've not read that book, Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now, you need to read it, because it will change everything in your life. I promise you, The Power of Now will change everything. And so he talks about the ego and how your ego is incessant. It's like a dog trying to chew on a bone. A dog is always going to chew on something. It always has, why it chews on your shoes. It chews on your furniture. It chews on the broom outside. Hey, Fletcher, good to see you on. Aloha to you. Thank you so much. Glad to see you on. All the way from Maui. We like to see that. Oh, it's free on YouTube. Okay, great. So The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is just super powerful. You got to check it out. In fact, Fine Wine, do me a favor. Take that, go pull that from YouTube and put it in the Oasis for us. And that way it'll be I put it under the resources and things, and so we can check it out. All right? Thank you. See how I did that right there? Thank you, Fine Wine. When you observe your ego gently, you disarm it without humiliating it. The Tao Te Ching teaches that the wise do not contend. The inner witness does not argue with thoughts. It outgrows them. And so from an observation standpoint, we don't feed into it. We don't feed into it. We just observe it. That's it. There's a quiet confidence that arises when you realize you can watch your own mind. Isn't that kind of cool? That you can actually observe your own mind. That lets you know that you're more than your thoughts. The observer effect. Let me let you. This is a peek into the rabbit hole conversations that we're gonna have this coming Monday at 7/11. No, I'm gonna hold it. 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 No, I'm not gonna hold it. When you observe your own mind, that lets you know that there's more to you. That this is you, but you're not fully attached to this. Because how is it that you can observe that which you observe? Rabbit hole conversation. Just let that marinate for a little bit. Hey, Viva, good to have you on. Welcome out, Viva. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that witnesses them. Ooh, that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. I promise you, I'm not gonna get off track. This is spiritual adulthood. Instead of saying I'm failing, you say I'm learning. I'm learning. Instead of saying I'm broken, say I'm just evolving. I'm becoming better. And let's be honest, sometimes do we need a 47-step transformation strategy? Do we really need that? We don't. We're just in the process. We're just becoming. We're just evolving. We're becoming the better version of ourselves. Accelerating the change through non-resistance. Resistance feeds what we fight. Observation starves what it does not energize. When you stop reacting to thought patterns, the subconscious receives new instructions. You literally begin to become a better person, a better version of yourself, because you're collapsing timelines based upon coherence. Observation creates coherence, heart-brain coherence. Where there's peace, there's prosperity. So as we're focusing on this becoming aspect of ourselves, and we're talking about staying in the frequency like we've been talking about all week long, staying in the frequency, because we live in an energetic universe, and because we live in this energetic universe, this universe has a language, and that language is frequency. And it's these moments where we become the observer, and we just step back and we review gently. We put on these gentle lenses of kindness and compassion, and we look at our lives through those, and we become the better version of ourselves. And as we become the better version of ourselves, because we're focusing on the better version of ourselves, because where our focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. And so today, we have been focusing on staying in that space and recognizing that we all have the ability, very, very simply put, to become the witness, the inner witness, and how observing yourself quietly, it changes your reality. Because where our focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. This is the greatest season of your life, not because I say so, but because you have had the unmitigated gall to come up in here and hang out with us here in the Oasis. And so, listen, this is what we did. I think we did all right today. I think we did pretty good today. What y'all think? What y'all think? You think we did all right today? I think we did pretty good. I think we did pretty good. I'm excited about the shift and change that y'all are making. So listen, we are at the top of the hour. It is 2 o'clock. I'm thankful that we had this opportunity to hang out together today. So yes, we had this conversation, and tomorrow we're gonna have another one. We're gonna have another conversation that is designed to impact and empower and uplift you to become the absolute best version of yourself. So listen, we're gonna go ahead and get ready for our after party right here on TikTok. We're gonna get, yes, Viva. So guess what? You can go back, you come on back here, you make sure you come on back here tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so we're going to continue with this same series on, our master class talks. That's what these are, right here on TikTok. Join us, join the Oasis for our master class talks every day, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2. So guess what? We're going to go ahead, from 12 to 2. No, we're right here in Florida. We're in the East Coast. So yeah, we're right here, East Coast time, 12 to 2. And so listen, we're going to go ahead and release our YouTube family. Thank y'all so much for being on. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Janae and Willis for moderating today. I saw that y'all had to do what moderators do. So go ahead and stay right here in TikTok. We're getting ready to go ahead and kick off our after party right here on YouTube. We're going to release our YouTube family because they don't like us partying like we party, because we play some good music over here. You are more than welcome to join us over here in TikTok land. So listen, our YouTube family, we'll see you guys tomorrow back here at 12 noon. We'll be back here from 12 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Much love, much love, much love. My name is AD Roberts, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, later. Yes, party on. You know it, Sunshine. That's what we're going to do.